Now, hip-hop in 2019, the good and the bad, let's talk about it. There's a lot of different things I could bring up in this video, but let's focus on the main positives and the main negatives. Let's start with a good thing, and one really good thing about hip-hop in 2019 is there are no gatekeepers. I want you to really think about this because this hands down might be the best thing about hip-hop in 2019. I tweeted something a couple days ago that's going to answer exactly why this is such a good thing, and this is what I said. There's a completely unknown rapper out in the world somewhere who's currently in his room making music, and he's going to be a millionaire by next year and impact millions of lives. Ain't that crazy? Now, ain't this crazy? Because at some point in time, the most successful, the best, and the most well-known rappers who live today or have ever lived were completely unknown. Just think about that for a second. There was a time when Eminem was just another guy buying food at the grocery store. There was a time when J. Cole was just another guy in high school. And there's currently a rapper out there somewhere in the world who's creating history in his room. And very soon, maybe next year or 2 to 3 years down the road, he'll be all over the place, and I probably will be making a video about how this new rapper is taking over and he's unstoppable. But why is this no gatekeepers thing good though? Well, because it gives people we would have never heard about a platform. With the help of the internet, we've seen countless of rappers coming up and building strong fan bases and lifelong careers for themselves. Think about it like this though, what if these people came up before the internet was a thing? I bet we would have never heard about at least half of them. Now let's switch it up a little bit and let's take a look at a bad thing. This one actually goes hand in hand with what I just talked about, but one negative thing is the wrong people are now able to get a platform. All you really need is a popping rap song and you'll probably be able to get 1 million followers on Instagram in no time. With great power comes great responsibility, but I think we all know that a young rapper who constantly raps about how much ice he has doesn't give two shits about responsibility. Let's just say it like it is. Moving on to the next good thing, there's a wide variety of different rappers. And I'd go as far as saying hip-hop has never been more diverse than it is right now. I mean, the amount of different characters, personalities, most importantly, sounds there is to pick from is kind of crazy. There's legit a rapper out there for everyone. If you don't like Playboi Carti or Lil Pump, don't worry, there's about 20 other rappers who sound the complete opposite from these guys. And then on the other hand, if you don't like J. Cole or Jonah Lucas, don't worry, there's about 1 million. Okay, not really 1 million, but you get the point. There's a lot of other rappers who sound completely different from them. The key word here is options, okay? Options is clearly one thing we have a lot of in hip-hop right now. Even though this is a good thing in general, especially for people like us who support this genre and enjoy the music, it's not really that good for a lot of these rappers out here. And why am I even saying this? Well, because more options makes you blend in more with the crowd as an artist, which also makes you easily replaceable if you don't have anything unique to bring to the table. That's why so many rappers are constantly falling off and new ones are coming in. Let's move on to the next bad thing, which is it's all about the vibe. Now, I don't want to be on some old head shit because I actually listen to a lot of that meaningless rap or whatever you want to call it, but it would be nice to see that people at least cared a little bit more about the lyrics in a rap song rather than just the vibe. Right now, it's all about making a song that sounds good, that technically might not be good, but then again, it sounds good. I think rap is reaching too many people for this to even be possible if I'm going to keep it all the way real. Because, you know, as an example, people who only listen to rap music on the radio aren't watching a video like this. If you're watching this video right now, you're most likely the kind of person who takes time out of their day to watch videos like this because you have a genuine interest in knowing more about the genre. I say that to say this, lyrics clearly isn't the focus in hip-hop right now. If I'm gonna keep it 100, I don't think it's ever gonna be the focus as far as the mainstream goes at least. Let's move on to another good thing, and that is hip-hop is constantly evolving. I want you to think about this because a lot of people complain about the state of hip-hop and how it's dying and how every rapper out there is trash. I think these people forget that it's just a cycle. Things are constantly changing. It's not always gonna stay the same, and it is for the better because we get to witness how the sound shifts from what it is today. And while this is happening along the way, there's gonna be some game-changing rappers who make a name for themselves and give us some amazing music. This is a blessing and a curse though, because you might hate or love hip-hop for what it is today, but regardless of that, eventually, a decade from now, it's gonna change and become something completely different. Now let's move on to the next bad thing, which is also the last point by the way, but nothing in hip-hop matters anymore. I was actually gonna make a separate video on this, but why not bring it up here instead since it's so fitting. What I'm talking about is the fact that things just don't have the same kind of impact they once used to have. As an example, why do you think so many rappers are dropping so much music non-stop? You could say because rapping is their profession and dropping music is their job. Yeah, I get that, but why do you honestly think they're doing it? Because we live in a time where more is simply just not enough. Thanks to social media, we move on extremely quickly. One week we're talking about how Cardi B robbed and drugged men, and the next week we're talking about how she got this songwriting award for what exactly? One week we're mourning the death of a rapper, and the next week we're mourning the death of another one. One week one rapper goes to jail, and one week another one gets released, and on that same day another one goes to jail again. One day we're talking about this amazing rap album that just got released, and then the next day we want another album from the same rapper because this one wasn't enough. You see where I'm coming from when I say that nothing matters in hip-hop anymore? I'm guessing this is happening because we live in the so-called information age. It's very hard to focus on one piece of information or one event that happens because you turn on the news and what do you see? You see that this school shooting happened, this guy shot up a movie theater, and you know this happened and that shit, it never ends. Let me ask you another thing that relates to what I'm doing on my channel. If you go on another hip-hop blog or another hip-hop news site, what exactly do you see? What you see is how this rapper is beefing with this guy because of something that's not related to the music, and this rapper fucked this other rapper's girlfriend, this rapper is beefing with this guy on Instagram Live, and this rapper shows off his $100,000 watch and 5 Lamborghinis or whatever hell they're showing off nowadays. You see what I'm talking about? There are so many things happening and being reported about to the point where literally nothing matters anymore. It's all about the next thing. What is gonna happen tomorrow? When I go on Instagram tomorrow, what rapper is gonna be posted on Academic's Instagram page because they were participating in some fuckery? Who is it gonna be? Who's the next rapper that's gonna get shot? And this is what I'm talking about when I say that nothing in hip-hop matters anymore. But yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say about this topic regarding the good and bad in hip-hop in 2019. But what do you personally have to say about this? Are there any other positives or negatives that you have in mind that I didn't mention in this video? Definitely let me know in the comment section below and let's have a discussion about this.